What's up, everybody? This is the Rabid Hedgehog, and it's the 5-year anniversary of this channel. The first words that came out of my mouth all those years ago was, let's take a look at Rossi over here. And that was when I was leaving work, when I worked for the insurance company, and looking at one of my old co-workers that was there as he had his Rossi AGV helmet on, and we were taking off for the day that day. And that's where it all began, on the back of a Harley 1200T Super Low. And here we are today, so far away from there. Hundreds of different bikes ridden since then. No, there may not be hundreds of different videos, because we've had some failures in the past, but hey, we've grown from there. We've gotten some experience from those, and we've kept on going despite taking the licks. And we appreciate every one of you guys out there. We have over 7,000 subscribers now, and we keep on growing. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate the groups that have joined us this year. This has been an exciting 5th year. We met for the first time, the first sponsor that we ever had for this channel was Doug Crawford of USA Synthetics, which is an AMSOIL distributor here in central Oklahoma. He actually caught up to us one time at Motive Cycle Works when I was starting to do some reviews for those motorcycles up there. He realized who we were. He's seen us around everywhere, thought that we just liked riding a bunch of motorcycles, and found out what we did, and he jumped on board. The biggest thing he jumped on board with at that time was our 79 CX500. He wanted to be part of that by donating the fluids to that project, but since then he's helped us keep our motorcycles protected in terms of the lubricants and everything by joining us and helping us keep our motorcycles maintained with the fluids that they need for everyday use. So we appreciate Doug. We thank you out there at USA Synthetics, and we look forward to working with you in the future as more things come along as well. The second group that joined us this year was Derek Enloe and Associates Insurance here in Oklahoma. So if you're in Oklahoma and you need help with any insurance, anything for insurance, a home or life or auto or motorcycle or boat or anything like that, call Derek. I'll have all the contact information of all these folks down there, and of course, as you can see, Law Tigers. I met them up at our Ride to Remember here, and that's where I learned a lot about them. Ride to Remember here in Oklahoma is actually a first responders memorial ride. It celebrates the lives of our fallen and current first responders, especially the ones that responded to the 1995 Murrah Federal Building bombing that happened here in Oklahoma. That was a dark time for this state, but it showed something about the people of this state and why I love this state so much. I don't care if the roads are flat or if it gets hot in the summer, all that. The people here are what make this state so great, and we come out in droves to help in times of need, just like that time. And that's when the Oklahoma Standard, as we call it here, was born, is when we began to help those in need during that time. So we still go out there and we do this ride to celebrate those people, the first responders, and to memorialize what had happened. And we go by the memorial and all that. I did get some film of that time, but I didn't really have a chance to put it all together because there's so much happening. I can show you some clips of it here, but it was an awesome experience to get out there, and that's when I met these folks and I learned all about them, and I approached them to become a sponsor because they are not the ambulance chasing type. They actually support our local community of Riders for Oklahoma charities and our motorcycle dealerships and our motorcycle gear stores. They do a lot of things out here in the community to help them grow. They hold events there. They brought Adam Sandoval in, which he's an awesome guy. He gave us an awesome shout out earlier this year, which really catapulted us further and faster than we anticipated. We love meeting him and that group, and we appreciate Law Tigers for coming into being part of our family, even though it's not a very big thing at this time, but it still helps to have everything you can, because as you can see, we've been able to do so much more this year, so many more videos, so many more things for you guys, and we're going to start giving back this year as well in our 5th year. We'll get into that a little bit later. The big things that's happened these last 5 years is that we've had our ups and we've had our downs. Our biggest downer actually happened this week. I'll kind of go through that real quick. We went to Shawnee, Oklahoma, where they had the Yamaha demo track over at Seahorn Yamaha. It's not any of their fault. It's not the dealer. The dealer's awesome. That group's been a great group out there. and I've talked to them and worked with them before. It's where I took the SR400 out for that matter. And many of the other Yamahas. I've done the events there, but this year the corporate trucks said no more videos. So what's a little guy like me to do when I can't do videos? And I got to ride the Nikon, the Tracer, the Eliter, and the MT10. I got to ride some awesome motorcycles, and I didn't get to talk about them. I went ahead and rode them because it's about the passion in this case, but it's quite a bummer that I wasn't able to get that out to you guys and to be able to show you guys what those motorcycles were like and how fun the three-wheeler is. There's just some cool things that I want to do, but we're going to be working on that in the future, and hopefully getting partnership with that dealership and then be able to help them out by taking some rides and getting them out there so that way you guys can experience them from our eyes like we've been doing for so long now. So that was the biggest bummer of of this channel so far, beside another bummer that we had where we had a chance to take the Rebel 500 out and the 79 CX 500, taking the modern and the old, putting them together and see which one was more fun, and it was hilarious. The CX 500 won by a long shot in terms of everything, and speed and comfort and other things, except for turning. That's the only place where it lost, but we lost all the audio. I use a field recorder, and I moved around too much, and apparently the cord popped out from the helmet. It popped out in the back, and I didn't realize it. And Savage Seagull, unfortunately, his stuff popped out. But the exciting thing is that we know what it was like. We got to do that just to have it fail, but it was still an exciting ride to do, and we still have the 79 CX. We have since sold the Rebel. We needed to upgrade a little bit after the ride to remember my wife, who is with us all the time, Savage Seagull, and us. We were riding two up, so somebody had to ride the big backpack, and that became a very big hassle. So with that being said, we went ahead, and that's why we have the Flying Fortress, is that way we have the big bags and stuff to put our camera gear in, and that way nobody has to wear the 50-pound backpack anymore to carry all the fun stuff. So that's an exciting thing that happened this year as well. So a lot of good things happened in this last year. The team growing and getting out there. Savage Seagull getting his first ever review out there. We figured out his audio stuff since the CX500. We've had several other videos that have failed too, sadly. We lost a lot of audio because of the AS100Vs that we have. They started overgaining for some reason, and we can't get anything out of them, but we figured out how to tackle that audio and get him out there on some bikes, and that way you'll see more of his reviews coming up. You'll see our lady riders, the Honey Badger and Miss Hedgehog as well, getting out there and doing videos here very soon too. So it's very good to see that our team's been able to do it. We've all been a little busy this year. My wife's had 2 surgeries in the last few months, and she's now fully recovered and getting back into the swing of things. Both of the other teammates bought brand new houses and had to move and do all this stuff. So they went their ways, and we had to get them into their new homes and everything. So it's been so busy and yet so good this year. We've been able to still get those videos out there, and we really appreciate the dealer network that's helped us with the videos this year through House of Kawasaki and Motorcycle Works, Indian of Oklahoma City, and Oklahoma Honda Suzuki. We appreciate you guys out there allowing us to continue to do these videos, even though some dealers out there are just shutting their doors to us. And it's so hard for us as small people to reach out to these corporations and ask for press bikes and things like that, because we don't have enough people and they don't care. And it's a kind of a bum deal. We actually thought we had Genuine with their new little 400cc motorcycle, and they informed me shortly after I made the video that said we were going to get a chance to ride it, that I wasn't going to get a chance to ride it, which was totally a bummer. I really was looking forward to doing that, and the dealer here doesn't have them. They still haven't started carrying that motorcycle, so, and they wouldn't even let us get out the parking lot anyway. That's the only place they do test rides. So that's the difficulty we have in what we do and trying to make content, is that there's so many things that can go wrong in the background that most don't even know about. But it's neither here nor there. Let's talk about the exciting things that we're working on now. So we're going to start with the 79 CX 500 Project Valaria. So we introduced her earlier this year, and we did that one video with her, and of course you can see some of the things that were happening, especially when the speedometer became a fan. But we introduced this motorcycle as a project that we would have on Patreon and do all this other stuff with, but we have decided to change that up. So I saved a little bit. We're getting her redone right now in some ways to be everyday reliable, but we're not getting into some of the other stuff just yet because we don't have the funds for it. We got enough to do the fueling system, so we're replacing the carburetors, the intakes, the cabling, everything that goes into that. We're redoing all of that. We're redoing all the wiring. We're replacing the old wiring with modern tech, and we're going to go into that here. You know, when the video comes up, we'll actually do that. We'll go out there and explain what we're doing. But we're just getting her everyday reliable. We're not fully there yet, and that's where we're going to ask you guys for help and how we're going to start giving back to this riding community that has helped us out so much, and also to local charities. So a big thing about all of our team is we love our animals, and all of our animals are adopted. We believe in adopting from a local shelter and not shopping. So our cats, you've seen Nero, she's popped up in a few videos, and Scooter every once in a while. I think he's been in one maybe way back when, but we've had them in there before. Of course, we had Willie, and unfortunately, if you guys remember that video where we were trying to get some help and do a campaign then, he did pass away. We were not able to get everything under control, so unfortunately, we did lose him. But that's when we got Nero, and she's been an awesome cat, despite the fact that she was just picked up off the street as a stray, and she was actually intaken at Oklahoma City Animal Shelter, which is municipal kill shelter. So black cats generally don't have good luck, but she came through because we went and picked her, and she has been just the most lovely little ball of fur ever. So we love our animals. Our teammates will say the same thing about theirs. They love their animals and everything like that. So during this campaign to help raise the remaining funds for Project Valaria, we're doing a brand new Teespring campaign. So everything on that store, I'll show you a picture here. We're all zeros right now. This month we haven't had anything, so it's a great place to start. So what we're going to try to do between now and the end of October is to raise $6,000. Now that's quite a bit. I understand that. But it does take quite a bit to build a motorcycle. But we're not going to use all of that to just build that motorcycle. We're giving away 50% of the funds to two rescues, All Paws and Rabbit Rescue of Oklahoma City. Those two are going to receive those donations at the end of the month of October, 50% of what we make. So we're hoping for $1,500 for each of them. And then if we go over the $6,000, we're going to give back to you. So for every $500 we go over, we're going to give you guys the chance to win a GoPro, Black Edition, whatever's out at that time. It might be the 7, it might be the 8 at that time. So once that gets out there and we start breaking that, so there's a chance for more than one of you guys to win, as long as you are a citizen of the U.S. I will make that note now. But for every 500 we go over, there's a chance for somebody to win another one. The way that'll work is that you'll follow us on our Instagram, our Twitter, or our Facebook, and just let us know that you bought. We'll choose randomly of those names. We'll do a private message to you guys, and then we'll get the information from you. But we do need proof of purchase. We'll get a receipt or something to prove that you did purchase, and then that way we can get that to you guys at that time. So we're excited about that. The next phase of this will also be coming up at the beginning of November. We're going to fill the box for Toys for Tots. This is going to be our next project. I'll be working on some designs for that as well to help out the Toys for Tots organization, fill the boxes and get that going. So we're going to give back to them. And at that time, we'll do the same thing. We'll probably give away something else besides a GoPro at that time for every time we go over. We might give away a nice winter coat or something, but we'll let you guys know how it works when we get there. So if we get the first 6,000, 1,500 apiece to Rabbit Rescue of Oklahoma City and All Paws Rescues, both of those are foster no-kills, so those foster families need the food, the housing and everything for those animals, especially rabbits. Those that we've had many rabbits here at the Rabbit Hedgehog. We We've had them for a long time, and we know how difficult they are to take care of. So we know how much those foster families need that. And of course, all paws, they take care of everything with a paw. That's why they're named that. So they have ferrets, they have rabbits, they have guinea pigs, they have cats and dogs, they have everything. So we need to help those folks out, and that's what we want to do for this first round, is to help them get some of those things. And then we'll go on to Toys for Tots, and then after that we'll go on to another one. We'll keep making some campaigns to help fund. First, like I said, we're doing the Project Valaria, because we don't have enough to start the process, but if we finish this one, we should be able to powder coat the frame, complete the restoration, the bike, become the ambassador for this channel, to go around the places here in Oklahoma City, to start even another project later on that we'll talk about next year when we get there. So there's a lot of things that we want to do and help you guys out, helping us out, helping others out. And that's what we want to do. We want to be able to do things for people in this community and start giving back, because they've given us so much. And then the next thing that we're looking at doing as well is we're looking at getting more videos out there of everything, in terms of the lady riders are going to be doing their own side, and we're going to get that going here pretty soon as well. So some exciting things there. Another thing too that I am working on, it starts tomorrow, the 22nd of September, is I'm starting the process to become an MSF rider coach. So I can bring more people into this passion that we have in motorcycling. I started teaching folks, and that's where all of the new team members came from, is from my excitement and teaching and stuff, because we used the Z125 at the time to teach them to ride motorcycles, but I still said go to the MSF course, and they did. They got their licenses, they got their bikes, and they became a member of this channel, and it's been awesome ever since. So we appreciate everything you guys have done for us with the 7,000 subscribers and the many more to come. We appreciate the guys who are going to help us support our institutions that we're looking at, the All Paws Rescue and Rabbit Rescue of Oklahoma, through the Teespring campaign. We appreciate you guys up ahead. We're going to keep on making some videos about that to keep everybody updated on where we are, how we're doing. Share and get this out there, so that way there's other people out there helping us support these institutions here in Oklahoma as well. So once again, we thank everybody. We appreciate everybody who's going to take part of that. We thank just all the sponsors. We thank the dealerships that are out there that have helped us out, and we thank everybody for allowing us to ride and do this for you guys, and helping us grow as well by the comments and everything like that. We appreciate you all for everything. So once again, this is the Rabid Hedgehog. We're excited for the next 5 years to come. We're hoping this becomes permanent, that this becomes something we can do every day, because full-time work in this, I'd rather be doing this. At any rate, we'll catch you on that next ride, and keep that shiny side up.